So we have added our egg to vinegar. And so at this point, after a good couple days of soaking, I am going to carefully remove the egg from the vinegar solution. And you should have kind of this bubbly, slimy, has some white stuff on your egg, so that's the remaining part of the shell. But you should be able to see some yellow, so you should be able to see the egg shell coming off.
Okay. And what you see, Amanda is going to go over and wash off the egg. And what you should see, we've already pre-washed them.
So do it very carefully, and you may need to take just rub very gently, and when you rub, your eggshell will start to come off. And so after gentle rubbing underneath the kitchen faucet, I've managed to get more of that eggshell off.
And what you're left with is that inner membrane and the yolk on the inside with the amniotic fluid. Okay, so after
and make sure you dry it, but again, be very, very careful because it's easy to want to squeeze and break the egg.
Okay, so what we did is we did individual eggs to speed up the experiment. So we had 5 eggs individually in the vinegar. And so these were our vinegar, and we had pre-weighed with the shell. We took the circumference of each one of them. And after we dried them off, rinsed and dried them off, we're going to go back and re-weigh each one of the eggs on our scale. We're going to tear this out.
And make sure that you stick your egg on like a weigh boat so it doesn't roll off.
Yes, because you don't want to lose that. Then we're going to record the weight of our egg after it was decalcified. And since we don't have a tape measure, we are going to improvise by using a piece of string and get the circumference.
And this is a good idea to maybe have somebody help you so that you can hold on to this.
All right. And of course, we had egg 1, 2, 3, 4, and we basically kept track of each egg.
And then you just hold this up to a ruler and you measure how big the circumference of your egg is.
Okay, and then I'm going to take this egg and I'm going to put it in just plain old distilled water. And I put some food coloring in my distilled water so that I could determine whether or not my distilled water is going to be isotonic, hypertonic, or hypotonic. And part of what you're doing over the next couple of days is determining whether or not the egg is going to take in water or the solute is going to pull the solution out of the egg. So in egg number 2,
and one thing I've learned from the past is if you need to, if these don't stay under in solution, get a spoon to help hold them down.
Okay, so our solution number 2 is the syrup, and that was the
and you can see that egg does not sink.
Okay, so we had a spoon to hold that down. And the third solution, so we'll see what happens with syrup. Now, okay, you want your egg to be completely covered. And solution number 3 is salt water. Oops, there's a little coloring on my hand. Okay.
So like on this one, just enough, just rest your spoon on top of it just to push the egg down. And then you have to do the same for the salt water too.
And then we'll get a 4th solution, which is going to be soda. And I don't have soda out right now, but that's what we would be doing. And what we're going to do is check them in 2 days to see what's happened to our eggs. Now remember, the idea behind this particular experiment was to mimic the human cell and what happens when we become dehydrated or become overhydrated when we're trying to drink too much fluid, and our cells they drown. So we'll get back to you in a couple of days. Thank you.